Would please stand for the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, we're going to go right into our oaths of office. Mr. Colabufo will call your name up, and I will go back to the book.
Yep. She's stuck in traffic. She just responded.
Yeah. So we'll skip Allison.
Ready? Yep. David Tackman, please come up for the oath.
Tackman, do solemnly swear that I support the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of New York, and I will faithfully discharge the duties of the office of Board of Education member according to the best of my ability.
Next, we will have Brian Mather come up and take your oath. Next, we have our student board rep, Mateo Pelosi.
Okay, now we will go to nominations for president of the board. I did receive a letter of interest from Stephen Patch for the president. Do we have any other nominations before we go to a vote?
Do you need a formal motion for Steve?
Yes, actually, that's the next step.
I'll make a motion for, or Steve Patch.
Second.
Okay, and a vote, please. All right, perfect. Okay, and Steve, we'll move you up here, and then we'll do your oath.
Before or after Thanksgiving?
Did you hear that thunder? When
Seas are parting, drum roll.
And the thunder rolls.
the vice president.
Okay. Okay, next up is we have nominations for vice president. I would like to nominate Christy Fleischman.
I'll accept the nomination, but there was a letter of interest from Lori too, is right? So, okay. Oh, she pulled it back? Okay. All right,
Can I get a second? Any discussion? All right, then we'll go to a vote. All those in favor? Congratulations.
oh, you took my name. Oh, I'll do that, okay.
Oh. Hey,
Back to next to you.
you'll double your pay this time. Good, I'll need it.
Always cool.
Okay, on to item E, appointment of board officers. Got to get a motion?
A motion.
Second. Any discussion? Okay, take it to a vote. All those in favor? Passes. Thank you. We'll take on item. You gotta do your oath?
You gotta give Pearl her oath.
Oh.
Yay, Pearl.
Yay, Pearl.
I know.
Okay. On to item F, board appointments. Can I get a motion?
I'll make motion.
Second.
Any discussion? No discussion, we'll put it to a vote. All those in favor? Okay, thank you. On to item G, designations. Can I get a motion?
I'll motion G, A through C, right, because we got to fill out the rest of this before we
do
can
we?
adopt it. So you want to just discuss first, and then we'll, okay? So
Okay.
can we motion for all of them and then discuss to put the names in and then approve it as discussed?
What you usually do is we fill it all in and then you.
Okay, so we'll
then you do
discuss,
the motion.
we'll discuss first,
Then we do
okay?
the minutes? All right.
Sounds good.
All right, so on to G and discussion. So we need a board representative to OCSBA. Any questions about that? It's about a 8-hour meeting? Is that it, or no?
I don't, no, usually the president does it, so I've never done it.
Oh. Sorry, I voted for you. All right, then I'll do that. Adoption board members. So this is, for those that are new, this is, we all can volunteer for the different elementary schools, facilities, bus garage.
Oh, yes.
Is there anybody that in particular would like to do something?
6 months.
Well, I'll take middle or high. I know you've got high too, right? And you've got middle. So then, so then which one do you want, high or middle?
I have no preference.
Anybody else? You don't have any anymore.
No, yeah, I'll take whatever.
Okay,
Yeah.
so then I've done middle, I think, so I'll do high if you want to do middle. Okay.
I have no kids, so it don't matter. I'll take the retirement home.
So then A, Cole, Brewerton, all the elementary schools except for Millard Hawk are left. You're in Brewerton, right? So there you go.
You want to take Brewerton? Yeah, I've had it the last 2 years. It's a pretty easy thing.
You want to do Cole? They're going to be right at CSI this year, so that's right for you too.
Yeah. Walking distance. And then,
You've got transportation,
So-
maintenance, and Hastings.
Lori usually likes Hastings.
Lori likes
now, right?
Hastings.
Lori likes
right?
Hastings. You want to put Lori down for Hastings?
Yeah. I see Pearl writing, so
So then we've
I'll
got
take maintenance center.
maintenance and transportation.
and I'll do transportation.
Okay.
Did you get all that, Pearl? All right. It's not your first rodeo, right?
You want to give her the one you took since you have the SBA?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. Pearl,
Yes.
can you just change, Steve's just going to do SBA and give Allison whatever one
Oh,
Steve had.
okay.
Then we got to do for F too.
Board of Education voting delegate and alternate for New York State Board of Education.
Use this one instead.
The,
It's more spelled out right here.
all right, so this was what I was talking about earlier, right?
Yep.
With the, you have to attend the one meeting, and I promised you, you would not do it
It's
again.
not
Promise me,
online now,
I've done
too.
it 2 years, and so I will say, having done it, it is much better now because it is online. But that's with the caveat that because it is online, everyone's at home, so they do tend to talk more. So it is an online video attendance at the meeting. There's a ton of information that you gather attending it and hearing all of the different resolutions that are being proposed and the reasons behind them and stuff like that. But it can be a bit tedious at times, so.
I promised. Is there anybody that's interested in doing it?
I mean, I'll be the alternate, but I'm not doing delegate. So if you're in the hospital, then I will be willing, if nobody else is. If somebody wants to do it, it's an educational learning. I know.
Yeah,
Well, this year it went until I want to say it was like 9 or 10 p.m. Yeah, it was late.
Used to be in person.
It used to be
at
in
the end of the
person.
school boards.
At the end of the conference, which, we all wanted to leave every time, and then that person would be holding everyone up from leaving if you traveled together, which is what happened with us. But it was better because people being there,
Wanted to
there
do
was
it.
less encouragement to just talk forever. And they do try to limit people to 2 minutes, but anybody that digitally raises a hand gets to say something, so yeah, so it's better and it's worse, but you'll be in the comfort of your own home. You could be in pajamas.
it's a promise made, promise kept, so
All right.
if.
All right.
So does anyone else want to be the alternate? Okay.
There you go.
Okay,
Someone's gonna do it next time. It's a good experience, at least one time.
yes. I don't know about that. I heard it all the way out. We heard it all the way out to Buffalo, so.
Yeah.
You can say no if anyone else attended. Oh, now it's separate, but now you kept it.
So now I just need to know who would like to attend.
School boards conference, you want to give them the date?
October 20th through the 22nd in New York City.
So we,
Yes.
yeah,
This year, they changed it.
yep, they did. So we all take the train down from Syracuse right down into Penn Station.
So for the new board members, and I will speak very highly of it because I went my first year by happenstance because Chance had signed up to do it. I didn't know anything about it really, but she couldn't go. Her daughter was sick, so I took her spot. And I don't think I've missed one since other than the years they didn't have it for COVID because it is, I can't describe for you how educational it is, both as a board member and just generally as a person that has, if you have kids in school, if, like all around, I learned so much about BOCES. I learned so much about, school security. There's all kinds of vendors there. I would highly, highly, highly recommend it to anyone that has even a fleeting interest in it because I don't think that you'll be disappointed.
And it's a great opportunity in a relaxed setting to have conversations with other board members from other districts across the state, which is a great opportunity.
Well, and just to piggyback on that, that was the most rewarding thing of it all, is I was new to the board, and you got to know everybody there on not just at this table level. You know, you were sharing meals, getting to know, you know, their background, why they do what they do, kind of thing. So it was invaluable, in my opinion.
Christy's really good at cornhole, so that's where I discovered that.
Only with Andy. All right, so I'm interested, yeah. Steve, you going?
Yeah, I'm interested too. Casey.
In New York City, the last time we went, they did do a really good job down there too. It was a good showing, good experience, so.
Put you on that?
So now we've got to do policy and audit, right?
Yep.
So,
Yeah, so we have two committees, so we'll go around. I've had the distinct honor of being on the policy committee the last 3 years. And it's a great committee, so anybody interested? We need 4 folks.
well, how many do we need? 4?
No.
No.
Four is the maximum.
Yeah,
you can
4 is the
have.
most.
4 is the max?
Yeah,
Yeah, because then
We need
anything
one,
else
though.
beyond that would be a quorum.
yeah.
Right.
We need 1 though, right, at least?
Yes, you
One.
just need one.
We did audit, didn't we?
I haven't done audit
Oh,
in
okay.
years. I've been on policy. I personally like audit, but
I'll do whichever one.
yeah, I'll stay on policy
Okay.
because I
would
love
like
it
to
so
do
much.
audit.
You want to do audit? If there's going to be more people interested in audit, I'll do policy this year instead.
I like having board president on policy. Like that's the big thing with the board is policy.
Oh,
To drive.
yeah.
it. It's good.
Audit. So we have 2 for audit. Policy?
You don't have to be on one either.
Yeah, no.
So we
no.
just have to have at least one on. So if you're interested, jump on. If not, don't feel pressured.
And if any of you want to just come to one, you can. We just can't have 5 in the room.
Yeah. And I guess last thing we'll say about it is, how often does policy typically meet?
I would say
Aaron?
once every 6 weeks.
Aaron would know.
Yeah, so it's usually, if we have a policy audit, we try to do it monthly so that we stay ahead of it. And there's usually small chunks, but it just depends on what comes my way. And right now, I think we're done with audits, because we just finished one, so maybe once every other month,
Right.
every 3.
And it's usually about a half hour,
Yeah.
right?
Not
But
even.
Okay.
there is homework involved.
There is more.
Yes.
You got to
And-
read it. I was told that the very first meeting I went to. so.
And the same is true of audit, except I think there's less meetings.
Correct.
So, but
Right.
they're still half hour, so it's minimal time commitment, and it's
And they're-
usually
and
right
they're usually
before.
right before the
right
board
before the
meeting.
regular meeting. So
The
just for
internal
people that
external
don't know,
audit happens.
Yeah.
is there anybody else interested in either? I think that's, you good then?
Yeah. I'm
All right,
good.
so-
You all set?
Now I'll motion.
Now you can
Yeah.
make
All
a
right.
motion.
I'll make a motion for G in its entirety.
Second.
Any further discussion? Being none, put it to a vote. All those in favor? Thank you very much. So Pearl, can we take H in its entirety? Can I get a motion for H, authorizations?
I'll motion. Go ahead, Ken, I'll second.
Any discussion? We'll still keep Tom as the superintendent.
Thank you.
You're welcome. We'll put it to a vote. All those in favor? Thank you. Okay. Next will be I, readoption of the Code of Ethics and all current district policies, regulations, procedure. Get a motion?
A motion?
And second? Any discussion? All those in favor? And next on the schedule is J, appointment and designation for the district committees on special education. Can I get a motion?
A motion. motion.
Get a second? Any discussion? All those in favor? You'll get the routine, don't worry about it. Next, we have K, we'll take that in its entirety. Approve of NYSIR NYSER insurance coverage for district employees and Board of Education positions. Get a motion?
No motion.
Second? Any discussion? All those in favor? Section I, reestablish a reserve funds. Can I get a motion?
No motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor? And then we'll take M, motion to close the annual organizational meeting. Get a motion?
No motion, whatever. Maybe we shouldn't.
Need a second? All right, all those in favor? Thank you very much.
Supported that one. It just helps because it spells everything out.
Okay.
You already put it on there? Okay.
All right, we'll call in the order our regular board meeting. We'll skip the flag salute since we've already done that. I will make the motion for item B, approval of meeting agenda with one change. Sorry, Pearl. I would like to move the proposed executive session in front of E. We'll go into executive session before E. With that, can I get a second?
I'll second. Whatever. Casey.
Any discussion? All those in favor? Thank you. Pearl, do we have any community?
We do have a motion.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see that. If I could, there'll be a moment of silence for Simeon Siobhan Dempsey, who was a bus driver for our district for 16 years and retired on October 1st, 2007. Okay, thank you. We don't have any blue cards, do we? All right, so we'll dispense with item C and move on to item D. So I'm going to turn it over to Tom for introductions or presentation.
Yep, so this is not the first time that City BOCES has been recognized for an award like this. Again, City BOCES PR is phenomenal. Many districts are picking them up. So if we can have Naomi Hines come to the podium. And the floor is yours.
Maybe. Good evening. How are you guys?
Good.
Hopefully that rain holds off at the end of the meeting. So this is the first time we've done this because really public relations isn't just us. It's always a collaboration between districts, administration, leadership, the teachers. And without that collaboration, it just doesn't happen well. So the National School Public Relations Association has a communications award set every single year. And there are thousands of people who submit entries across the country. So it's not easy to get one of these awards. And the Capital Project newsletter, the Inside the Square this year, received an Award of Merit, which is the second tier. So there's 3 tiers: Award of Excellence, Award of Merit, and then an honorable mention. And again, like Tom said, this is not the first time we've received recognition. I think this is the highest recognition so far. So we wanted to honor you guys and celebrate. And if we could get a photo with the board president, vice president, Tom, because Ensbro would love to retweet us. Sure. All right, come on over, Brandon.
Well, no, he's going to be in the picture.
Yeah, come around here.
Can't do a selfie.
You want to sit? And
Yeah, then you're in it as well,
you want to sit
right?
and have Tom stand behind us? Or you
Oh,
want me to
Naomi,
stand?
you get right in there.
All right, fine.
All right.
Here's that.
Ready?
Got to go by height.
Probably be in the middle.
Guys, yeah, that makes sense.
Centered.
I don't have my good side.
A little bit, shuffle to your right, to your right. There you go.
Oh, this way? Well, whose phone was that?
It's mine. I could text it to you, Tom.
Yeah. do that.
All right, I'll text it
Well,
to you.
actually, you know what? You got it right there. I'll
Yeah, go ahead. We're out here.
All right.
Pick the better of the two.
Right.
You.
Fantastic.
Excellent job. Thank you. Thank you. And thank you for always being at all of our events. Central Square has got a great reputation right now. We've always done a lot of really great things, but the fact that it's out there and people are seeing it and you're everywhere, so we appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so next we'll have proposed executive session. Get a motion?
All motion.
Second? Second? That the Central Square School District Board of Education hereby move into executive session to discuss matters leading into the tenure of 5 particular people with action to follow. Okay?
Wait, did we vote?
Oh, yeah, vote.
Oh, I'm sorry. All those in favor? Thank you.
Okay. Bring Ted in first.
No, I know you do. You promised.
I promised.
Okay, we'll bring you in first. So, yeah.
Yeah, you stay. Yeah.
Yeah, Aaron, come on in.
Okay.
Yeah, my daughter, I just told the board, I'm so proud, I tell everyone this now, my daughter just graduated valedictorian. Saw my high school, yeah, so incredibly proud. I just watched her speech a couple of weeks ago and threw her a big party, but she wanted to go pre-med.
Okay.
And so your mom was mentioning.
Yeah.
Ah, it's exciting. Well, if you ever, I'm sure you have great guidance people and stuff too, they have all the resources, but if you see me in the hall, wave me down if you have any questions.
Definitely.
I love meeting students and talking about your futures.
Yeah, definitely. Thank you.
It's, hang on, it's
Roller coaster.
sharing. We applied to 13 colleges. And all the high ones and all the state schools and everything in between and trying to, and what I learned in the end is it's really, my daughter, she, you know, and she was like, I wanted, she shooted for Ivy League schools and top stuff. At the end of the day, it has really nothing to do with the ranking of the school you go to.
Yeah.
It has to do with the fit between what you want to do and what the school is going to offer you. And so we toured U of R, which is University of Rochester,
Yeah.
and they're unlike any other college. Their curriculum is completely open. You choose your own courses, and they want you to find ways to connect new ideas between disciplines. And so their only requirement is that you take a cluster. The cluster is 4 courses in each of 3 areas. You have to have a cluster in the hard sciences, a cluster in the soft science, like psych and soc, and then a cluster in the arts and humanities. And as long as you have those 3 clusters, you've met your graduation requirements. Isn't that cool?
And she's committed there?
Yeah, she committed there. We paid the deposit.
Nice.
Yeah. It all no, it all pays off. Yeah. And then her dollars for scholars. Oh my gosh. I'm still our little community in Solvay has given out like $1.5 million over the past 20 years. And they gave her, they have a family endowed scholarship that goes to some of the top kids in the class. And they had probably, I don't know, it seemed like 100 kids they gave awards to, of varying amounts, right? But they gave her one scholarship for $12,000. So I was like, I had no idea.
Yeah.
Like I know the high school principal so well, and I was like, she's like, did you see the envelope yet? I was like, no. And she goes, do you want to know how much it was? And I was like, of course. She whispers my ear. What? We expected like $1,500, right? Like or $500. Like it was. So you never know.
Yeah.
Our IT wanted to give her so much. Merit-based. Yeah, there's kind of 2. There's merit-based aid, need-based aid. They gave her almost $50,000 scholarships in RIT. And so we're touring U of R, and I'm like, honey, you want to go through RIT? She's like, nope. She's like, nope, not my, because it just wasn't the fit for her, right?
Yeah.
She's like, I'm not, it's more engineering, computer science. But they're starting a performing arts program out at RIT, and so they're building this brand new theater, and so they're giving some scholarships for that. So,
Yeah.
what do you do in school? What are your other activities?
I play some sports. I play
Yeah.
soccer,
Good.
lacrosse.
Nice.
But I'm definitely, I don't know what like field yet, but I'm definitely leaning towards medical.
Okay.
Yeah, JJ.
Well, I can also promote, I just finished my doctorate from Fisher, so Fisher's a great school too.
Yeah, I've heard about St. John Fisher.
Yeah, it's a really nice small school, right?
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, I'm not sure yet. We went
some level of their like hierarchy, right? And so each one's just a little bit more.
Yeah.
So like U of R gave her a Dean's scholarship.
Gotcha.
I was writing him, I was asking him to do more. I was like, RIT is.
Can you make, yeah, exactly, yes.
But there is some, like UV, I noticed there's some that I think you have to apply for. So if you like UV,
Yeah.
my brother went to UV, my best friend went to UV. It's
Yeah.
a great school.
I've heard lots of good things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're just experiences in high school. So you're going into your senior year, right?
Yes.
Okay. So it might be, I don't want to say too late, but they probably, like, usually you get engaged in that like your junior year or something. But she did like a trip to do one day Adirondacks. Have you heard of this? The Syracuse folks, yeah, so they send some kids up to the Adirondacks. She had this trip. She had it, it was free, but she had to take a school bus.
Yeah.
Down to Long Island.
Okay.
Way up in the science.
Oh, yeah.
And they have a-
My girl.
Like, so far, I was far out past the Hamptons, right? The east end of Long Island. I'll think for a second. But they had a campus, so kids from all over New York State come in through this BOCES program. And then they study marine biology.
Okay. Yeah.
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 And they did seal necklace. So she's like, she came back and she's like, they told us, like, if we got grossed out, we could leave, right? And she's like, and it kind of smelled. But they kept handing out like all the organs and all this stuff. She was, I was fascinated. She was like, right? And through that, she learned, she's like, I might want to be a surgeon. Like, because she has this, like, it didn't phase her at all. She's like, I'm the last kid in the room. She's like, I couldn't take it.
Yeah.
We talked to her parent who was on our ski team. I told him the story and he goes, oh, she's got the bug. Yep, she'll be.
She's gonna be a surgeon now.
Yeah.
And then she did a BOCES visions program.
Okay.
Sure,
Yeah.
Senior year.
Yeah. So she liked that.
Okay.
They did a residency every Thursday. So, yeah, she got to do rounds, and so like each day they would spend in a different department. And so, just the more. I feel like it's given her. I don't know if it helped with college education, but the more you're involved, and this is just my own perception.
That's what, hopefully.
Yeah, definitely.
Right.
She went at a whole, they had an eye clinic. She did a day in the eye clinic. They had a prosthetics department where they make all the prosthetic limbs for, right? Yeah, so she was like, and then, so she kind of learned like, oh, I like this, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because, you know, you go into biology, like med school, I feel like you kind of have to have a direction to know at least what kind of direction to go, right?
Yeah.
Family doctor, you want to be a researcher, you want to be a.
Yeah.
So really,
It's a school though.
all of them.
Yeah, I know.
And
Yeah.
so, med
And
school
then they
ends
wear
the
that
first
show.
and then did her residency in New York. And so, she said it was like, we might think it's all of this. Every little turn, she said, they say you don't hear about match day, like what med school you're gonna go to. She said, no, they're taking you out to dinner, they're recruiting you, they're trying to figure out who's gonna be the best fit. So, her daughter stayed at Penn State to do her, but she was glad she did.
Kristen, you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Should I bring anything?
No, you don't.
Yeah, but I did anything, I just said.
Jessica goes steal, so you fucking bring.
I'll watch it for you.
Her husband's a cop.
Sonic.
No way!
Do you live in
Jessica,
Salt
what's
Lake?
your last name?
Hill. Carl Hill.
What is it?
Hill, H-I-L-L. Carl.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. No, I haven't run into him, which is probably a good thing.
He just gave me a whole lot of nonsense because I'm from the west side and I live in Camillus. I'm like, I'm sorry, I don't live in Central Square. Everyone lives in Camillus though. I know, that's what Uncle said. He looked at Aaron and said, we live in Camillus. I said, I'm not even from here, I live on the same street my husband grew up on. I moved up here. So, you know what I mean.
What street are you on?
So he lived on Forsyth, but we're at the corner, so we live on Sherwood, right behind Show Park.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you could throw a rock at the hot park.
Yep.
Do you know any Salt Lake police officers? Zero? Derek Zero?
Yes, I heard that name.
Is Brandon
Yeah.
Amadon?
Yes. I think he's Gaddis.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes, I knew he was over there. He was a SRO with us at Bible School. He was awesome.
Oh, nice.
We were, it was so bittersweet.
That's my
Went to
husband.
the academy.
He's quiet.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, but he knows a lot of the administrators. But he's a 3 to 11 shift.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know all the administrators.
Yeah.
Son's 21, he was there from kindergarten, and now I'm like, I feel like I know everybody.
Yeah. We did live in Camillus
Yep.
for a while. Then we moved up here.
I don't know.
Oh, that's
She's
awesome.
on main check. One of them shoes.
Yeah,
You'll know me. I'm at this small check.
this year I was
Can't
like,
wait. Like,
yeah.
blonde.
Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
I'm like, yes.
She is.
Call me up. I'll
Yeah,
refund.
very involved.
She's like, I'm a beach girl. I love that for you. We didn't have PTO in the building of it. It's like literally disagreement. So I'm just excited to have culture there. And that's what they were valuing is they really want culture in middle school. So I'm very excited.
Yeah.
I just went in there and I was like, first off, it's a dark room. You gotta be like this. She was like, you have a lot of energy. I said, I know. You put me in a dark room.
It's nice to meet the board, though. Sometimes they don't.
I've never.
One district where they were like, don't even, no, you don't need to show up. And I'm like, the board doesn't even want to see me.
Well, it was funny.
If nothing, usually they stand up, like, know who you are.
Well, they called me, they were like, there were board meetings on Monday. I just assumed I was coming. There was no,
Right, right.
well, but now I know. And so they called me back, like, you're coming, right? And I was like, like, are you going not coming? He's like, oh, they want to meet you.
They definitely do.
This is the only district I've ever heard of anybody who really pull you into an executive session and ask you questions. Because anybody at like Brooke, I text a whole bunch of people who have gone outside into the city.
Yeah.
I'm like, have you ever come to a board meeting where they asked? She's like, I didn't even go to my board meeting. Nobody's like, I've never been to a board meeting where they asked you
Yeah, we
questions.
didn't.
I think it's nice.
It was really nice, yeah.
Yeah,
Personable.
it's,
Yep, it
that's
is.
it. It's about establishing that relationship.
Yep, and that's what we want. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice. So,
I just finished my doctorate. Now you have to give back to the community. It's like, oh, okay, what am I gonna do? So I had this silly idea. It was like 2 weeks before the election. I was like, I think I'll run for school board. So I ran for Solid Bay School
Oh, did
Board.
you?
I didn't realize that, well, one of the reasons that was, but I wanted to give back to the community. But then, I heard through one of the principal, they thought the person that had the seat wasn't gonna rerun. And I was like, oh, well, I should put my name. Well, she ended up rerunning. And then I emailed her. I'm like, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to.
You're like,
No. It was funny because I was in graduation, right? And she's walking out. She presented all the diplomas and my daughter, and I'm sitting right in the front with the big camera, so she comes by, she shakes my hand. Good news is I didn't win. I was like, this is a great proposition, right? If I win, you win. If you don't win, I don't have to go to school board meeting. That'll be fun.
So you grew up in Salve?
No, I grew up in Warsaw.
Okay.
Yeah. My dad worked for Corning. I was just telling the board about that. My parents growing up. Yeah. Yeah.
It's a nice community.
I moved there by accident. I was actually looking at buying a house next to Shove Park. Our first offer was on a house. Yeah. What's the street? One up from.
Like turning into Chauffeur?
Yes. Right
That's
before.
Slauson.
Slauson. Yep.
We almost put an offer on a house on Slauson
We
too.
put an offer on a house on
That's pretty good.
Slauson, and it fell through. It was for sale by owner, and we hadn't yet signed with a realtor, and we were within like $10,000, but like that was what we were. Teacher. My ex-wife was a teacher. We're like, what we can afford. And
Yeah, you're like,
they're like, well, we need a little bit more. I was like, I can't do that. That is what it is. And so it fell through. And so then I did get a realtor, and then our house in Lakeland. So I live right behind the burned dairy in Lakeland, like
Okay.
across State Fair Boulevard.
Oh, okay.
So technically I'm in Geddes.
Yeah.
And it's this beautiful neighborhood, and it's right by the highway, right by the state fairgrounds. And the house came up for sale. Yeah.
Everyone's like, you know, drive some describe. It's not a bad commute.
No, it's not.
literally just the highway, and it's pretty.
I did it for years.
I'm like, it's pretty though, like, I drive with like, I'm
Yeah,
like,
did you move up here?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
We rent out our house in Camilla still, Pinewood.
Oh,
Right
nice.
near, it's the park, right near the Erie Canal.
oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Across the street, but-
Oh,
Three
nice.
Webster.
Yes. Yep. Well, we love it up there. So. After teaching.
See, like, I live down here, like right outside of Queens, so like that, it is very different, just like in Cabela's. It's like,
Yeah.
that is like slow pace for me. I'm like, that's great. I was back here, and I was like, yeah, I was like, you have an acre, man, that's so much land. I was like, okay. I'm like, my parents had an electric, like, we plugged it in a lot lower, because it was like literally the size of a postage stamp, like,
Yeah.
this is our front yard, it's very small.
That's fun.
Yeah, so yeah, so it was good. We're happy.
Now what brought you up here?
My husband.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met in Portland.
Okay.
That's kind of thing. Yeah.
Yep.
I went to Portland. And I didn't really like Long Island. People either would love New York City area and I hate it, and I was one who was like, no, no.
She's from Long Island too, right?
She might be. I don't know. She's just. Yeah, I was like, I don't like here. And so we moved to Liverpool. That was like our first like apartment. We were like right on John Glenn, like, nice and easy on off.
Perfect.
And then we were trying to figure out where to go in the house, and I was like, oh, well, so like West Jenny, they're good schools, and you know, we started talking, and then this house came up for sale completely by accident, because his parents still live in the house. They live 19 houses up from us. So I said, I'm gonna move in our neighborhood. Like, I don't live in another neighborhood. And I'm like, okay, but you know, when you shop at her house, there's must-haves on both lists, and this hit all of the things, and we're like, who cares if it's 19 houses from your parents? When we have kids, it'll be great. And they don't bother us. They don't care. They're like,
That's great.
and we do have kids. I'm like, you're not a babysitter. Come down the street.
It's fun for years. I would just give my kids a Cssd. Bus comes down the street, comes into my neighborhood, turns around in the cul-de-sac, and drives back out. And I'm like,
Do you have, is it West Jetty in there?
really?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like where's I live right off State Fair, and so those of us in those neighborhoods right there
Yeah.
all Solvay schools. But like as soon as you go back towards Airport Road, and there's some big
Yeah.
developments, newer developments that are back in there. Those are all West
Yeah,
Virginia.
yeah, we live right near, they're all West Jenny.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like, here we go. And yeah,
That's great.
that was great though, and I loved it. And so I said, which one of you is going to drive me around? They're like, I'm doing it. Okay, great.
Who was it? Who said they went? We did that, beginning of last year, there was a new middle school coach, we drove them around.
That's
Yeah,
great.
but that's what I like. Because they, and they
But
were
you
saying
could, I mean,
that
go about 45 minutes or so, straight almost hours.
he was just they were just saying that like
Well, along the North
middle
Shore.
school is where everybody
Go all the way
here.
to Camden.
Yes.
Turn around and come
Turn
back.
around.
Like this is like middle school is where all your kids
Come here.
come together.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
He said, you have to figure out the differences. He said, I can make that work. So
It is a good idea.
yeah, and I don't get it. I want to just leave it. I just want to be your kids and do whatever you do. That's it. Now, are you a senior?
Yeah, I'm going into my senior year.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's awesome. How did you get chosen for this?
It was like a long process. It was me and one other girl, but we had like 3 interviews.
Do you get like nominated or do you have to like? put it
It's
in?
just an interview. It like went out on the announcements, and then usually it like narrows down. But there were only 2 of us this year.
And then
Yes, at the end, and then I had my last interview with the board, and then they voted for the final.
so do you just get to, you don't get to vote on anything, but you get to just say, give your
I
opinion?
like take it all in, and then I'll like fill them in on what's going on with the students.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
I've never seen a student on the board before. I think that's great.
yeah.
It's a really good opportunity for you. Now, what do you want to do with your, do you have a career plan?
I want to go into the medical field. I want to major in biology, but I'm not sure what area yet.
Mom's sitting here all proud of you.
Yes, I am so proud.
I watched her taking the video of you getting sworn in. It's exciting.
Very. I'm living vicariously through 'em.
Do you have any siblings?
I do a younger brother. He'll be a freshman this year. Yeah.
Total opposite.
That's how it always.
I had his brother.
That's how they always say.
Yeah.
We're opposite
Yeah,
in the
oh
siblings.
my goodness, yes. 2 good boys though.
That's very exciting.
Great parents.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, he's gotten a little lot this year. He's on National Honor Society, DECA, what else? Student government. He's really put himself out there.
Those are actually, you know, it's interesting you say that. When we got the board letter, they didn't talk about her being valedictorian, they talked about her being class president.
Really?
Leadership. Believe it, yeah. So I think the colleges kind of pick up, like, yeah, GPAs are great, yep, we want you to, but everybody has a high GPA that's going to a very competitive school, right? So the leadership pieces, right? So if you have a leadership
This is
team,
awesome.
or
I've
yes,
never heard
this,
any of
these are things.
any
that
district doing
will
this.
set you apart.
Ever.
Yeah.
It's, this is
Yeah,
great.
but they, some schools done it for a while. I heard other schools, yeah, I think they're requiring it now.
Yeah.
I heard that too.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I don't
But
know if
they've
it's
done it for a
actually,
while. I don't know if it's required yet.
yeah,
They're just,
who knows?
I don't know.
Do you have a top school that you want to go
We just got back from North Carolina. We looked at High Point. It was
Okay.
really nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those colleges are fun. My brother's starting them now, and I just remember when I did them, when I was, you come back, I'm like, ah, I can't wait to go there.
Yeah.
Sometimes mom has to talk you out, and be like, take a
A little bit
chill.
closer to home.
Yeah. My mom would be like, it's not the radius, it's not the radius,
Yeah.
take it
On
to
the
the
circle.
radius.
Can't get to you fast enough.
Yeah, that was.
Wherever he's happy.
You'll find it.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. He's gotta figure that out. And I'll just fly wherever. I told him I'm gonna have an apartment like down the street from him, wherever he is. At first he was talking about Hawaii. I'm like,
That's not the radius. That's not the radius. I can tell you that. I don't think that's in the radius for mom.
So, North Carolina's a little bit closer.
You can drive.
Yeah.
A couple other ones. Penn State, I think, was another one he wanted to look at.
Mhm.
Trying to get him to look at like Buffalo and
Yes, SUNY schools, yeah.
Yes.
You gotta apply to it. I was telling your mom, there's a free application week,
Yeah.
so just hit that week and then it cost you nothing, they're easy app, they're all common app now, so once you have it all loaded up, you just hit apply, apply, apply.
Yeah,
It was the best thing to go away. Like I went to Portland and I loved it.
yeah,
And I'm from Long Island, so like that was like 4 hours.
yeah, yeah.
That was like, I'm going away. Husband was from Camillus and he went to Portland. But he loved it. He felt like it was far enough away that he didn't have to go home.
Yeah.
And he didn't feel like his mom was smothering him and coming down to him. But it was close enough that like if he wanted to go home and some of his friends were in town, he could do a 45-minute drive home. So that there's something to be said about that when you like think about it. You're like, oh, it's close, but it really is not. Because 81 is really long.
Yes.
Yeah. So I always think about that. You're right. I never thought about it that way. Like Binghamton, it's an hour and a half down.
Binghamton is getting more and more awards for their science science
It is
and,
so
yeah,
competitive too.
engineering.
My
Yeah.
sister,
Yeah.
so my sister is adopted from China, so she's a minority. And she was top of her class, but she didn't have, she did something, but she didn't do a lot of like the well-roundedness, and she didn't get in. And she was like
Did
top
Binghamton?
10, yeah, she was top 10%, she
Wow.
thought, for sure, but it's very
Yeah.
competitive now, but especially those science, and they're really looking for the well-rounded more so than the
Yep.
GPA.
Yep.
So, but they're great schools, and if you're going to you're going to go into medical school, I'm sure. So think about that too when you think about your loan.
Yeah, it's not-
So, I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because when you want to be a doctor, there's not gonna really care where you went to as an undergrad. They're gonna think about medical school.
The
Yeah.
Dollar Tree is,
Wow.
the tuition at U of R is $85,000.
It's wild.
With more, but still, I'm like doing a budget.
Yeah, exactly.
Now luckily, they gave her scholarship and then need-based aid. That really kind of completed things for us, brought it all close enough that it's kind of like trying to land where your school tuition is.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah. So then they leave you with like, oh, you can go to Binghamton, Buffalo, or go to the private school, and it'll be about the same, right? So, exciting year.
Yeah.
Enjoy it though, enjoy the process,
Yeah.
enjoy the time.
We've been having a lot of conversations today. That other girl was not there with you.
Read
You're
the
both
topics before you go to writing, we were writing essays, like we.
We're gonna talk about it.
Because I was the editor,
Yeah, yeah.
right? I was like, you draft,
Dan.
I edit, right? That's what we did. We Googled up and I print it out, I make suggestions, move this here, right?
I know, I mentioned that in there
And
too.
you have like
when
the
they were
one
talking.
common
I
app
realized
essay.
that, like,
Yeah.
And she worked on that in class.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, that's great, I'm done.
Yeah.
No. 5 other essays. And the hard part is, they're like 150 word essays, they're short. So it's almost harder to write succinctly and compelling in a way that, right, and make it something that someone's gonna stand out and go, oh.
Yeah.
Because,
Started to think about when you were-
yeah.
Yeah, just open up, get an idea what those topics are before you start to write. Yeah, before you start to think about them.
Yeah.
Before you're not doing it last minute.
Yeah. I know, that's the only part I'm not looking forward to. Sitting down.
Essays.
I know. Yeah, nobody. No.
Yeah.
But if you get some good,
But we do need some changes there, so we're gonna need
just pick one, like,
Say
the
you're-
comment, essay, like,
you're
decide
right.
which one you wanna do first.
Yeah.
Pick one. And then think about it, and then write a draft and walk away from it.
We have experience
Right?
exactly.
And then the good news is, it's done and you'll feel better, it's in my back pocket. And then you can revise it, tweak it, but you've already put the thought into how you want to answer the question.
Yeah.
Because I think that's the hard part. So ask him, why do you want to?
Burn, and then there was another G.
Renowned school of
Brown.
what?
Blake. No, Blake is just.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
I want to, like,
Brown.
so it takes time to like, okay, well, what do they know? Or why do I want to be there? How am I going to answer this question? And so at least get a thought down, then you can write it out. Like, that's,
Yeah.
I think.
Not just for kids, but for staff, to really try to build that. She mentioned,
It's like anything else. You start ahead of time, give yourself enough time.
you just brought in elementary.
Plan it.
Yeah, I think it's, so.
So you do it your schoolwork.
Yeah.
Last minute, 11:59, submit.
Yep, we've had a couple of those this year, huh? This is due at midnight.
Oh, gosh.
Well, when did you get the assignment?
Right. they're 70 and 80, maybe more.
Yeah.
Right? And they're all talking about, their Italian heritage.
That's my background.
Is it?
Yeah. You don't see them teachers. You have Italian,
Um,
right?
no, but here, they give out awards. And we don't, but they also give one to someone who studied Italian, right? So, but she was the only one that, like, I'm looking around and I'm like, all right, who invited, like, the Irish, German looking people? Like, we are clearly not Italian, right? I mean, I've got my 3 girls and they're all blonde hair, blue eyed. Like, we don't fit in. Yeah, called Progresso Lodge. Progresso Lodge.
You found that through her school?
Her Italian teacher knew about it because she's gotten like 3 or 4 of her students in the past.
Gotcha.
She's gotten that scholarship.
Okay.
Or this child who is saying her parents is really yes. So you take that drive if you do.
What's the other one? Rotary? Rotary clubs, usually in the community.
I think it's great. I think that's really how you connect with your teachers. And then
Sometimes they know too.
why not? Salve did it. Salve did first. The teacher same way.
Well, we went between that and graduation gifts.
And it's a smaller district, but the guys are so big.
Her own bank
But it's
account.
not a bump like,
Yeah, making her do all of the financing. So she just ordered her MacBook Air this afternoon.
She's your first one in the college, right?
My second. Yeah. Yeah. My son was in high school.
So those are usually where they.
Talk about how different. This one is valedictorian in the past. He was like failed phys ed because he didn't have a change. I'm like, dude, are you trying to fail high school? He said,
Sounds
pretty
like the
much.
youngest one.
Yeah, pretty much. He's like, but I don't like the teacher. I'm like, he ends up doing like online credit recovery for phys ed.
Oh.
I'm like, I didn't even know that was a thing. So they were just trying to get credit. Like, just graduate and get out of here.
Yes.
Oh,
Boys. My
the
younger
boys
child,
are.
older brother. He gives me my white hairs, that's for sure.
Through the ringer with him.
That's more my child and I cheese him.
Yes, so do I.
Oh,
Sports.
Football, basketball.
those are great.
Yeah.
You keep them involved in that.
Right.
Yeah, so much.
They are.
Despite
Some
like
football
that.
right now, they have
first thought, hi, my name is.
Yeah.
I'm from, I have brothers, sisters. Second, I study this. You know, third, my hobbies are, and then you have to pick it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like my daughter enters on dance, so she talked about, yeah, like, so she was in speaking Italian, so she talked about some famous Italian dancers.
Okay. And that's
To
just straight
practice
through the
it.
class?
There may be like an advisor.
To ask
I
them.
don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, ask your counselor if they offer it.
Yeah.
Seal biodiversity.
Mhm.
So she worked with a teacher who does that. Just started the seal program. And so I just think I love being around the students. So parents, all this stuff. And so we all had dinner, so she ordered pizza for everybody, and the parents were there, the students were there, and we went through the process and all what we had to do, and the requirements. And again, it's such a part of
It
life.
does.
Not only that, it just sounds right. I
Yeah, sounds
seal
fancy.
my lips.
Yeah.
Love it, see all this stuff we learned?
Yeah. Yeah, that's yeah, like the
Okay.
you said you teach
No, I oversee it. Okay. So more along the lines of like computers and instruction.
Okay.
But everything from helping transportation with their bodies on the way to teachers. So
Just more.
yeah, no, I know.
Just more.
For about 9 years.
First grade, staying. Second grade.
Yeah.
Not to me.
He's retired. He's staying.
Okay.
Michelle's going, Chisholm's going down.
It's always flat.
Zach is going out.
Just
Tessa's
so I left.
March is going
There's
to
so much training.
And they have to run
Teaching
teacher.
about how to, all this
Fifth
professional
grade,
development. that
Aaron
just-
left.
I do curriculum instruction for junior districts, so everything from kindergarten to 12th grade, ELA, math, science, social studies. So really looking at what do we teach, how do we ensure our students are learning, data to show us how well we're doing.
That's how well it is.
Last year, there are things
He was
that
an educator. He was a
very
business.
at the time.
They want to know how cared about people.
Yeah.
And if you, like, he never took credit.
Which is where I ended up
He
being
would
a
just,
student here.
Caleb was the best.
I was in charge of
Okay,
personnel.
he'd be like, oh, Caleb did it. He would never take credit for it. Was he the best? Yeah. He'd be like, okay.
Yeah.
It was absolutely horrible. So, my friend's business. So when Tom said,
See? It's all about value.
now you mention it.
Congratulations.
I like that.
Congratulations on his
Yes, yes.
As far as kids we have.
Okay. I found out pregnant.
And my
I found out Memorial Day.
sister-in-law teaches at Brewerton.
And my, like, the team was my little, like, Holly-Ann, Sheila Brooks, but I didn't tell her.
You know her?
I met her for a couple of years.
Know her? That's my sister-in-law. Did you?
Yeah.
Yep, that's my brother's wife.
Okay.
Yeah, she heard I was coming, she called me, she's like, I heard you're coming, I'm coming to live with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
My brothers and I are close, we end up spending a lot of time.
You're my father-in-law. Happy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep,
31.
I'm
Yeah,
Bridgeport, right
Bridgeport,
past Road Cruise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right there.
Uh-huh.
Small world.
It is.
Definitely is. This huge gift from the administration. The year before, I took his job as principal, and John organized it. You know,
trombone player in the band. They have like this small stage. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
The irony is, so I was a music teacher for 6 years.
There was so much more.
Then I was the marching band director.
And so I,
Okay.
Right?
like,
So I did that
there's a
in the
couple
evening.
of
Oh,
them.
yeah. And when I was a marching band director, we did everything. We went to Disney
Like
World,
Olivia was
Main
she was
Street,
a girl.
huge drum line, right?
Yeah,
The center snare drummer went on and found this group called Downbeat Percussion. And they play for the official Buffalo Bills drum line. They play all over the state. Guess who's now the band director for Milton? In English, the kid I taught when I was the band director. He's now back. He's my daughter's band director.
And they just, like,
And I just love it. Their band is like 20 people, right? But especially like since I'm on that show, they came in second place last year. They are top notch. So it's fun. So there's a big band here. Anybody in the marching band?
I do actually, a couple people, yeah. Yeah, she is. Yeah, super cool. I love, like, at homecoming every year. Obviously, they play. It's like super cool.
Oh, you don't want to know another fun connection? So then, brother finds out I need this job. He's a musician, I was a music teacher here. And my brother comes over to my house. We work on a project at my dad's. And he said, hey, I was just at lunch. They all went out to dinner and drinks after the last day of school. It was with the music department. All the music teachers got together. Mr. Woods. Because he said, say hi. He went to college with you. I was like, oh, I know Mark Woods. So Mr. Woods and I went to college together at Potsdam. And he goes, oh, yeah, you got television.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, all those things you do in life.
Yeah.
The things that mom is like, pay attention to this, build a good reputation here, and they all come back around. And it's so true.
Yeah.
So true. All those good things and the hard work you put in,
Mhm.
it all comes around to pay off in the end.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know.
I want to be that way because then you should be that.
I figured I'd better come introduce myself. Hi, that's right. Oh my gosh, yes. You know what, listen, people appreciate it. I just got my first pair of readers. I just turned 46. And I'm like, you know, it happened overnight too. And I was like, I'm young, I'm perfectly healthy, and then all of a sudden this year, I was in the hospital for a week, and this, and then the site, and I'm like, what is happening? All right, Chrissy, tell me.
What was she like there? Because I would have never thought that. Fall off a cliff. It's terrible. Maverick, yes, yeah, yeah. Keep that in there. Sure, it's fine. Tell her ITC is here. It's not tender, it's not even.
Yes, you do. You're like, I really enjoy making tests like this out.
I am.
Watch this.
Because once you remember your
HW, because he was on there. Yeah, he's doing trial at HW. Yeah. So he was supposed to get a job there, but then some. Time to be like sign papers or solidify it, something. Whatever. So he got the job.
I'm so underwhelmed. That. Yeah. We barely use it. Can I tell you, I had the dream. You know, when you start a new job, you have the first day of school dream. So I had the dream last night, and I was like, okay, so this is actually happening. And
nobody owns the copyrights. But he's non-certified. That has to be in our.
Just she does IR. So you're talking about master scheduling. Every single, their entire schedule was wrong.
so we can wrap this up then?
Yep.
All right, let's do that. Come on, Randy.
All right, we got to do a motion.
A motion to come back. I'll get you. Go ahead, get on. Wait, are we on video?
No, not yet.
Are we done? Are we good? All right.
Okay, if I could get a motion to come back into our meeting?
I'll second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
All right,
All
back.
set. Okay.
E.
Oh, yes.
Adjournment meeting? No, which?
No, what is she?
Lad for where was that in here? Who's the agreement with Amanda Ladd?
No, but, oh, do we have to, we have to do that now? We can't do it after? Oh, okay. Okay.
All right, should I
Okay.
read it first and then ask for the motion? Okay, I'm going to read and then ask for a motion that the Central Square School District Board of Education approves the agreement with Amanda Ladd, teaching assistant, to extend time of her probationary period to September 1st, 2025.
All motion.
A second, any discussion? No discussion, we'll put it to a vote. All those in favor? Approved, thank you. Go into E. Next item on the agenda is item E, personal instruction and non-instructional personnel. Can I get a motion for E in its entirety?
A motion for E in its entirety.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Hold on.
And then Tom, would you like to make the introduction?
Announcements?
Announcements? Yes. We would like to congratulate our two new assistant principals. We have Caitlin Curry, we have Kristen Wilder, who will both be at our middle school. We also want to congratulate Dr. Ted Love, who will be our new executive director for planning, for technology development and planning. We're thrilled to have you in those roles, and we're very excited. Congratulations.
Welcome.
Okay, thanks, Tom. On to item F, consent agenda. If I could get a motion for this in its entirety.
A motion.
All those in favor? Thank you. We'll move on to item G. This is where student board rep. Do you have anything for us on your first day? I'll put you right on the spot.
First off, I want to say thank you guys for having me. I'm super excited to be here. And as school is currently not in session, there's not a lot for me to add, but I did want to say that all sport coaches have begun preparations and are looking forward to a promising season. Sign-ups opening for junior varsity and varsity on the 27th. Additionally, Baltimore is lucky to be hosting a world-class jump rope show on the 23rd, admission being $20 and starting at 6:30, so feel free to show your support. And as I'm new, if anybody has any questions or concerns regarding the student body, feel free to come see me, and I would be nice to give you guys the answers.
Excellent, excellent.
job.
Okay, on to board member reports. Does anybody have anything before I speak? No? You all right? Just some housekeeping things. In the spirit of coming to a new class and wondering if the teacher's going to hand out homework, the answer is yes. What I'd like to do is I'll be sending out, I'd like to work on the board goals and Tom's evaluation. So I'll be sending out drafts of those, and how we can do is I'll send them out. You can take a hack on it if you'd like, and then come back and then we can discuss it at the next meeting, if it falls in line. Everybody okay with that?
Are we going to be using that, the evaluation tool we used last time?
Yes, yeah, I'll be digging that out. It's pretty good, but to me, it's very important. I think that, get back into that. And then Tom has given me, I think we have 2 schedules, right? Tom,
Yep.
if you want to talk about, so what, my thoughts on are is that we kind of know what we need to do that are very routine, in that we have Maureen with her budget meetings, we have the tax collection meeting that has to be signed. And my goal would be to have anybody that you would like to come before the board for presentations, to get that known so we can get that scheduled, so that folks know throughout the year, when we'd like to have them come, and then, everybody can be on the same page. Tom has two schedules. One gives them, is it 2 more meetings or 3?
4 more meetings.
Four more meetings to kind of fit everything that we've got to do in. So you looking for an answer tonight?
No, the one that was already on there that they would agree to was the same format that we've had, where it's 1 board meeting a month, and a couple months there's 2. What we can do is you can look at the other one. We can always add. We don't have to make a decision on that right now. You approved that one, so that's approved. But there's nothing prevents you from adding and say, okay, you know what, we're going to have 2 this month or 2 that month. So that doesn't have to be decided today.
Okay, so what my proposal is going to be is that if there's anybody that you would like to have come before the board in this upcoming year, let me know, we can get on it, we'll discuss it next time, with the board members, slot that's on the agenda. You just as throwing something out, I don't think we've ever had the athletic director present to the board, and I think it's a big part of what this district does, and I think it would be a great opportunity to have that person in. So it's that type of conversation. I'm still very fond of the 3rd grade reading scores, but but to me, it's just, if you want to see something different, something new, let me know, we can get on, we can get it discussed and get it scheduled throughout the year. So hopefully by the end of next year, or end of next meeting, we can have the updated schedule if everybody agrees to it, and then who's going to be presenting to the board that we would like to see.
Yeah, and I
When you
think
say updated schedule, do you mean you want to propose that one instead of this one?
Right.
Okay, so it looks like almost every other month there's an extra meeting stuck in, which is, it would be helpful if we need more presentations.
But, so right now, you already agreed to the consent for that one, and I guess I just want the board to think about this, because one of those additional board meetings could be the board retreat, where you'd have the opportunity to talk to Bethany Centrone, that's our school attorney, on legal things, the things for you, the do's and don'ts, what you're indemnified on and what you're not, social media, things like that. But then opportunity of a board retreat gives you the opportunity you're in a private setting, which is allowed, and then you can talk about policies and talk about where you see us and things that it's an opportunity for you to get board consensus on. We have not had a board retreat during my time here, and I'm going into my 9th year as superintendent, but that's something that could also be, put in there as well.
The last board retreats was with Walt.
Okay.
There was none any time since then.
No, and I'm not opposed to a board retreat, and I think what Steve's trying to propose is kind of, last year, or was it the year before, we went down to one a week, a month?
No, we'll see.
It was a couple of years
That's
ago.
been 4 years.
Yeah.
For 1 a month?
Andy put 2 out, and the group voted to go with the one.
Because we can always add if we
Right.
need to. Okay, and so I think what Steve's proposing is we go someplace in the middle ground and have 2 a month every once in a while. So that's up for board discussion and stuff, but,
Exactly, and it's really, if every one of you come up with an idea as far as what you'd like to have presented, we're just going to need the bandwidth in the meetings to get that done. So I think Tom's indicated, in discussions before with them, is that there's months that, like right now, we're heavy with personnel and fill-in positions, where other months between, let's say, Thanksgiving and Christmas might not be all that heavy. So it's just a matter of scheduling it out. But the overall goal that I would like to see is have the meeting schedule published, out, guests that need to come before they know whether they're going to need to be here, they can prepare. It's not going to be, hey, can you get so-and-so next month? It's really what I don't want to have happen, so.
Why haven't we had a board retreat?
Just not enough buy-in.
enough
You
buy-in.
know, there's no organ, they
Well,
just
and-
never got.
Board
I just
retreat.
have heard it talked about a few
Well,
times.
the
but
question is you have to
hasn't happened.
you really have to define what is a board retreat.
Right.
Is a board retreat where you meet on a Saturday and you sit there for 3 hours and you go through everything, and what do you go through? Number one.
Right.
Or a board retreat can be another board meeting for 2 hours or whatever, where you do something like meeting with Bethany or meeting with people. When I was on the BOCES board, they did it as one of their board meetings, and they introduced you to every program that they had. And then, you know, it was stuff like that, like, being on the BOCES board, it's really overwhelming because you got another set of directors, you don't even know what they do, you know, and, you know, they do an awesome job for a board retreat. I can say that Walt Doherty did the same thing kind of when he did it with, he did the Aaron Phillips and the Maureen's, and they went through what they did, how they did it, who they were. If you had questions, you know, you went through the superintendent, but this is where it would end up being. And
Yeah,
who-
so
and who
for
is
me,
everybody?
it's so much more than just what they do. I want to know the consensus of the board on decisions that are really not in my purview. So like when we were talking about library books, or we're talking, like, I need to know collectively where we're at, but not only with that, it's also going to be with, like, you just had a great point with athletics. So we're in a situation right now where we're constantly competing, right? So we've got youth sports, and we have to have spaces for youth sports, youth basketball, lacrosse, and whatnot. But we've also said, well, the band in our own district, you know, athletics take precedence. Well, there needs to be a sweet spot. And rather than me make decisions like that, I really need
You
to
have to
know
know the
collectively
direction.
how the board feels about that. That's just one of many topics. There's going to be a lot of change that's happening within the next 5 or 6 years, especially with our enrollment numbers. We could get 2,000 more students. We're going to have some really good conversations, and I don't want to just assume that I know collectively what the board's thoughts are. So it's a private opportunity to be able to just say things in private while you're working through it, where it's not in public with 100 people out there going, well, I have a sacred cow and you just killed it. You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and I think it's a little different. I know when I first come on the board, we were encouraged to meet with all the directors one-on-one. So that's what I did. I went and spent time with everybody, including Tom. So that was very valuable, but maybe we've got a different board makeup now than what we had, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, so.
And I will say that last year or the year before, when we were talking about potentially doing it, we proposed the idea of piggybacking it on the board conference, because if a significant majority of the people would go, then that would provide an opportunity where you're already committed for 2 or 3 days, so we could easily find a 2 or 3 hour spot to get that type of a instructional, legal background, all that kind of stuff. And plus, those people, everybody's already there. You know what I'm saying? So you're already there, and I think, so that's certainly possible, but I also, in terms of what Tom's talking about, those conversations do happen there as well. And so I think part of the reason we haven't had a board retreat is a lot of the people that were bought in to attend the board retreat were all together at the conference anyways, so it kind of just naturally occurred, but that isn't necessarily the case anymore. And so, I would be in favor of it either way, however we worked it out, so.
Okay, so that's basically all the housekeeping that I have. There's homework coming. Sorry about that.
Let me crank out my part right now real quick.
Yep, go ahead. Thanks.
All
Tom.
right, superintendent report, here we go. 4 short bullets. Our district qualified for the NYSPHSAA Scholar Athlete Team Award during the 23-24 school year. That is 75% of our district's varsity programs had a GPA of 90 or above, which included baseball, boys and girls basketball, boys bowling, competitive cheer, game day cheer, boys and girls cross country, boys and girls golf, gymnastics, girls lacrosse, boys and girls rifle, I should probably also tell the new people, we have an amazing rifle program, and we have an amazing rifle range in one of our elementary buildings, but it's super safe and it's locked off. It's actually a unique part of this district, and Christy was on rifle. We had other board members whose children were on it. But again, the average GPA is about a 98. They're amazing. Boys and girls soccer, softball, boys and girls tennis, boys and girls indoor and outdoor track, boys and girls volleyball. Great job. Again, that's GPA of 90 or above. That's phenomenal. Senator Mannion's art reception, 5 of our students were presented with certificates of appreciation at Syracuse City Hall for having their work on display at Senator John Mannion's office over the last few months. The students were HME Alexandra Reinhardt and Brantley House, A.A. Cole, Grace Chavot. Yeah. Leah Courier and Brady Farron. We are all so proud of these students. Christian Morrow, 2024 graduate, just recently graduated from Palvey-Moore High School, was a 2024 Scholastic Awards national winner. More than 100,000 students entered, nearly 340,000 original works of art and writing to the 2024 Scholastic Awards. Christian's work was selected, and he was in the top 8% of all submissions. Congratulations, Christian. And I'll just say this, graduation was phenomenal. We're still getting parent emails and phone calls complimenting. They also love the fact that we opened it up to elementary teachers to be marshals as well, which made it even more special. It was wonderful for any of the board members. Many of you were able to come. Thank you for that. It was a great experience. That concludes my superintendent report.
Okay, on to item H, items for discussion, approval of the second reading of proposed district policies. Could I get a motion?
I'll motion, or second.
Okay, any discussion? All those in favor? Item I, adjournment. Can I get a motion
I'll
for
motion.
adjournment? Christie? Mr. Sherman? Any discussion? Let's have some more. No? All those in favor? Thank you so much.
And thank you for bringing in Ms. Pelosi.
Yes, you did a great job.